So server side SCCM patching. If you want to do server side SCCM patching, these are the pre-checks. At least no, we need to have server OS like at least 22 or to 2016, which has some issues. Okay, avoid the 2016. Then you can go with the 2019 because no, sometimes if you install WSS, it's not will work as expected. Some errors will come because of that is not related to your SCCM and WSS. It's a OS bug. Okay, you do 100 times reinstallation, also sometimes will not work. Then it is an issue with your OS, not the WSS. So we need to have like server side SCCM patching. So we need to have like manaki, we need to have like this server, and that we need to have internet connection is mandatory because no that WSS will contact Microsoft and also add the computer accounts to local admin group. మనం ఎక్కడైతే ఉంటామో అదే సేమ్ server we need to add into the local administrator group. The pre-checks IS must be installed. WSS role, it's a Windows component we need to install, and then software update point that we need to install on SCCM server. And finally, we need to do the sync for an updates where this is the one. Clear what I'm saying to you? And the logs which are important. Sometimes they will ask you what is the SUP installation log means. That is SUP setup.log installation log. What are the server side patching which will tell these logs? WCM.log, which is nothing but it will check the connectivity between your WSS and SUP server. WSS control.log, it will check your WSS health of your WSS health. WSync MGR, which is the main important log, what it will tell? It will tell the process about the sync the metadata from Microsoft. అంటే మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఏం డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటుందో ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ చెప్తుంది. క్లియర్? Patch downloader, this what it will do, what are the updates that are getting downloaded from Microsoft website where you can see it here. Is it clear what I'm saying to you? Hello.
Yeah, sir.
And these are the important status codes for the patch management. So in an interview where you can explain, like we can say, like whenever the sync is started with Microsoft, so 6701 means it's nothing but it's connected to Microsoft server. 6704 is nothing but sync is in process, but the downloading metadata to WSS server. 6705 sync is in process and the downloading the metadata from WSS server to your SCCM database. Then only you can see your SCCM updates in your SCCM console. Then if any issues are came like 6703, your sync will be failed. If sync is completed successful, you will see 6702 success code in. When you open wsyncmgr.log, you will find this status codes, which is important. Clear what I'm saying to you? So I asked you to read the logs, right? These are the logs from the patching server side logs, which are important for patch management. Am I clear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So patches where you can see OS patches like cumulative updates and SSU updates and .NET patches where we have in before no in Windows, and if you see there is like monthly quality roll-ups and you have a um, security updates for every month. And even in Windows 10 there is no like monthly, only like cumulative update. It's nothing but a bundle of updates from current month and previous month. It's called a cumulative. Is it clear what I'm saying to you? So patches will start shrinking. Okay, we'll do the process and we'll explain the theory part so that now we'll have some time to do some practical. So what we need, at least we need to have any server with this operating system, and we need to have internet connection. Clear? So let me, it's copied. Okay, let me open and power on the virtual machines. File, open, D, SCCM lab, EAD. So if I copy paste from a different location for first time, it will ask whether you copied or not. So I can say I can copied it. You can say it will see, because I'm copying it, so it will ask copied. If you face some issues and all, you delete that LCK file so that it will work. If you have any issues with your files and all, clear. So wait for this login in meantime. So what we need to do is, first we need to have some internet connection. Then anyway, we have added our SCCM server into local admin group as a pre-checks. By default, IAS is installed. If you are installing on a different server, you need to install IAS and that components. Then WSS role, not the complete role. I will tell you where we need to cancel this. Okay. Then we'll install SUP role. These are the two steps which we'll do now on the SCCM server. So let's wait for this login. Resume recording. Okay, full screen. So let me open a SCCM console. Taking some time. Whenever it is taking some time, you can check the what is the CPU load, because we will give only 4 GB and all. It will take some time because of the CPU 100% utilization. Your console will take some time because no, just now we powered on the OS, so initial CPU utilization will be more for the all the components. So you will face some issues because I copied a backup. Maybe some initial services are taking huge CPU. That's why after server reboot and all, but in production you have huge RAM, that's fine. But at least in your test lab, you need to wait, at least leave for 10 to 15 minutes and you can start the console. So that no, your CPU utilization will be reduced and your console will be open somewhat faster. Clear? So here anti-malware service is still running, because where I can go to my server manager and turn off the, go to local server, where you can see here firewall defender. Click on this and check whether what is the state. As it's a test lab, yeah, we can turn off this protection, because then we can save some CPU utilization so that our other functionality will work somewhat faster. Clear what I'm saying to you? So now after some time, if you monitor, because the CPU utilization will come down in some time. Even SQL is taking much time because maybe some queries are running. You need to allow more. Sometimes SQL also take more memory. That's why it's not recommended to keep SQL on the same box and WSS on the same box in the production. As a test lab, it's okay. If you have more servers, you have 16 GB RAM, better you can install on a different server and practice it. Yeah, let me close this and minimize. So here what we need to do is, first of all, we need to install, we need to check internet connectivity is there. Yes, internet is there. Second, This is already added as part of GPO, we know. Then IAS is already installed as part of SCCM. If you are installing a different server, you need to install IAS. Then WSS role, we need to install WSS role. So go to the server, go to the server. It's not part of SCCM console. It's part of server manager, which part of Windows. Go to dashboard, add roles and features. Next, next, next. Here you need to select WSS, which is nothing but Windows Server Update Services. Check mark, add, next. Here nothing options are fine. Default option next. Default option next. Here you need to choose. You can install two database, whether you can go with internal database or SQL. Better we need to give only the SQL database. Uncheck the first one, give the SQL connectivity. Is it clear what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir.
So then hit next. Then you create one folder under your E drive or F drive, because your some of the files which will be downloaded will be saved there. Okay, let me go to E drive. I'll create a folder name with WSS. So next, check connectivity. If you are not given a local admin part, it will throw an error. Okay. If you are installing on remote server, you need to type the server name and check connectivity. Clear? Same server name, click on check. So local connect. If you are keeping on WSS on different server, you need to give the SCCM primary server name, database name, where you are installing database. So if I want to open my SMS, you can go and type shortcut SMS. Okay, then you will open with the SQL. If you do not want to go, you can go start menu and search for SQL Studio. Then here, if you go with the SQL Management Studio, will be there. Okay, where the SQL Management Studio. See, this is the name. This is the icon. This is the SQL 24 2014 Management Studio. Open it. Once you install this WSS, there will be a new database will be created. The name called susdb. Is it clear what I'm saying to you? If you expand database, is there any database with susdb now?
No, sir.
No, it's not added so far. Once you install on the post configuration step, it will create. Let me minimize. And also there is one more website. If you open shortcut for IAS is inetmgr. Open IAS. So there will be a new website will be getting created under the IAS. If you open, is there what is the website is hosted here? Hello.
Default website, sir.
Default website. When you install WSS role, it will create a website called WSS administration site. Okay, clear? And if you go to
Yes.
application pool, there will be some WSS pool will be created automatically. Is there any WSS pool here?
No.
No. So make a note of these two things now. Now click next, install. Installation is fine. Then it will throw you a pop-up. Okay, launch the post installation task. Sometimes it will fail. Okay, then you need to open the start menu and launch the WSS console. Okay, so installation is not daily activity. Company law, it's already created by someone, by project team. Is it clear? So ఈ రోజు కాన్సెప్ట్ అంతా ఓన్లీ థియరిటికల్ కాన్సెప్ట్, ఓన్లీ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో అడిగితే చెప్తాం అంతే. బట్ ఫ్రమ్ టుమారోస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ విచ్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, విచ్ యూ విల్ డూ ఆన్ ఎవ్రీ మంత్లీ వన్స్ యాక్టివిటీ. ఈ ప్రాసెస్ అర్థం కాకపోయినా ఇట్స్ నాట్ వర్రీ. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఈ రోజు చెప్పినంత ప్రాసెస్ వరకు యూ విల్ ఓంట్ డూ ఇన్ ప్రొడక్షన్. సో రేపు మనం చెప్పే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఇట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. యూ నీడ్ టు నో బిట్ బై బిట్, పిన్ టు పిన్ ఆన్ దట్. ఇదేంటంటే మీ టెస్ట్ ల్యాబ్ లో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ యువర్ ఓన్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్, ఎస్ యూ నీడ్ టు లెర్న్ దిస్ టాపిక్. Am I clear? Uh, so once this WCS role is completed, then click on the launch post configuration task. If you forget, okay, and close it, then you have an option again in the topmost corner where you can launch the post configuration task. When you launch, sometimes it requires an internet connection. If not, it will fail. Okay, it will complete. Some like that, you will get in this option. What you can do, you can start, open WCS, search for WCS, then open, and it will ask you the server name. Then you can give the where the server name you configure. This is the same server name, but generally if you are connecting in a different server, you will give the database name. When you click on run, now what happens in the backend, the database will be created like susdb. If I open here, there is any susdb here. So far we install the role.
No,
let
not
me
not to be great.
let me refresh. No susdb. Let me open a website and refresh. Any website here? No. When you
Mhm.
click on this run, what happens in the back end, it will create a database for you and WSS administration site. So if I refresh here now, it will connect to my database. It's not responding. Okay, leave it for some time. Maybe because of the CPU 100%. Okay, yeah, CPU 100%. Not responding also. By this much amount of CPU it's taking. SQL only occupying. SQL occupies always a high amount of RAM. That is an expected behavior. Okay. Expand the database. See, WSS is created.
Mm.
If I open my IAS and refresh, it will take some time. It will create a WSS administration set. Still, because this is in process of
Uh,
creating the backend things. Clear? Complete the product of SCCM will work on the backend of IAS only. Any product, if you take, some relation will be there. How the client will connect to the server? Through IAS via web authentication in the backend. Without IAS, nothing will work in SCCM. See, it's completed. Post installation successfully completed. Close. Once you click on close, it will launch your WSS console here. Okay. Here we won't do all these configurations. You will simply click on cancel. Is it clear? Because these settings will be managed from SCCM SUP, not from WSS. If you want to download only patches from standalone only WSS, you need to complete this. But for SCCM, you need to cancel. Am I clear?
yeah.
మీరు ఓన్లీ డబ్ల్యూసీఎస్ నుంచి ప్యాచ్ చేద్దాం అంటే మాత్రమే నెక్స్ట్ కూడా కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారన్నమాట. బట్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ కాన్ఫిగరింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ SCCM, you need to cancel this wizard here only. Cancel, automatically your WSS console will open. This is how your WSS console, మనకి SCCM console ఎలా అయితే ఉందో, will similar to you have a WSS console. It's called update services. Let me right click refresh. Still not configured. Let me close. See,
Mm.
do you get the WSS administration site?
Yeah.
There are some websites up there. By default, the port number, interview, they will ask you question. What is the port number for WSS patching? It's a 8530 and 8531. 8530 for HTTP,
HTTP.
HTTPS for this communication. Okay. So let me cancel. Then this is the backend process of WSS installation. Okay. Such DB and all. Okay, fine. Then you completed the WSS now. Correct. So WSS is done. So thing next we need to do is software update point installation. So for software update point installation, you need to go to administration, go to site configuration. On which server? Because if you want to install a new server, you need to right click and create a new site system server and select the server. There you can see the roles. Okay. If you want to add to the existing server like SCCM, you need to right click on the server, then click on add roles. Clear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Click on add roles, then hit next. Sometimes what happen, no, we cannot see the next option. At that time you can unlock the taskbar and drag to your right side the taskbar, so where you can see the next icon. That is a known thing. So next, where you need to select what role here,
Software update point.
software update point. So next, by default you need to choose not 80. If you give 80, your sync will not work, you will get some errors. What port you need to choose? From 2012 onwards, you need to choose the 8530 and 8531 port. Okay, select this option, hit next. It's not mandated to give an account. By default it will take SCCM site account. Okay, then hit next. Sync updates from Microsoft. It will go to, means SUP will contact WSS, WSS will go to Microsoft. Hit next. Synchronization. Some companies will give every Tuesday sync, some companies will give every day. At night after business hours they will keep, depends upon the things. 8 every day once. Custom schedule you can give none, or custom interval every 1 day. After business hours means 8 p.m. it will run. There will be no load on the servers. Okay, then hit next. See, here occurs every 1 day effective from 8 p.m. Next. Okay. So do not expire, do not expire. 3 months. This is a superseded. You remember what is superseded? We can discuss it later. Superseded updates, expire updates, 3 months. So what happens? Only last 3 months superseded updates will be removed. It means like only last 3 months will be, you cannot see
After
in the
patches
console.
all.
Yeah. More than 3 months updates, it will remove. Last 3 months updates only you can show it in console, even if it's superseded or expired. Okay. This we can discuss in the, when we get the updates. Okay. Next, WSS maintenance. Next, so we'll discuss WSS. What is WSS maintenance, which is later, but which is important. We'll do this maintenance later. Okay. Maximum runtime default setting, update files. It's responding very slow due to the RAM, I guess. It's occupying 100%. 86. Okay. So next, first download full updates were approved. Fine. Next. By default, no, the best practice to do not select anything by default. Leave it unchecked. If something is checked, uncheck it. Next, products. By default, no, you need to uncheck if any products are selected. Whatever the products which you selected, only that updates can be seen in SCCM console. For example, if you want Windows 10 updates, you can check that Windows 10 updates. If you want MS Office, you want to check that MS Office product. Is that clear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah. If you not select anything, then it will appear everything in the console.
Yeah, everything, man, it your database size will be bigger and the scan size also, it will take some lot time. So it's not responding. Let me increase the RAM, what it has. Already it has 7 GPU processor. I will add one more CPU. So that no, it will load balance. I'm adding one processor to it. Or I can add one core to it. It's already locked. Let's put what happens one core. Yeah, hit next. So next. So it came to 50% down now, at least after one CPU addition. Still, it's not much. Mm, okay, somewhat faster than before. Mm, okay. Check in Office. Any products are selected? No. Check in Windows. Any products are selected? Do you see 2019 server here?
No.
No, because by default you won't get all the products by default because no. First sync, you need to uncheck all the things. Click on next. Check the language, whatever you want. Then hit next. Hit next. So now the SUP role will be installed. Okay, then you can see
Okay.
the installation log. What is the installation log for SUP?
D-
So
Uh,
the installation logs
WSS.
would be SUP setup.log is the installation log. These logs are important for the patch management. Okay, let me open the SCCM server. Then go to our logs. I installed SCCM on E drive. So I need to go to E drive, SCCM. Then here there will be logs folder. SCCM is completely set of logs. We need to by heart the logs. There you will find SUP setup.log. See SUP setup. You will see once role is installed, you will see installation was successful means what time? The same 12, 10, 17. So now only just role is installed. So then the important logs of SCCM where you need to check. What is the logs? WCM.log. In interview, they will ask you a question. What are the server side logs for patching you will do? Check. There you will see WCM.log, WCS control, WSync MGR, patch downloader. Okay, it's done. WCM I will open. There you will see. You need to see without any errors or you need to see successfully connected message. Then it's good. Okay, like successfully connected to WCS means your SUP is connected to your server. Okay, then your WCS control. If you open, fine. Here also you will see successful checked database. If two logs are good, then you are good to open the wsync mgr.log. Wsync mgr.log. It's fine. Initial error, it's fine. It because no, initially there is some issues. It will connect and fail. So if we want to sync, I think almost it's completed.